Warning, 18 plus age restriction. This content is intended for mature audiences only and may not be suitable for all audiences. Viewer and listener discretion is advised.
I want to talk about Santori wines, one of the better wines that you guys have all had.
Oh, it's delicious.
We're doing a Pinot tonight, and it's just fantastic. And it's from Sonoma Valley, Russian River area. So I thought it'd be good.
Vintage is 2020 from an American oak barrel.
And if you mention this show, you get 10% off.
Yeah. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
All right.
That's right.
You guys hear that?
Cheers to that.
Santori
Promo.
wines made from Santori vines make for good times.
There you go.
It pairs terribly with G Fuel, apparently. Nah, it's actually pretty good.
It does not pair well.
No, it's good. No, it's good.
Rise to the challenge with a fistful of dice, and I will not run. Who's that shadow dreaming of Farfall? Assholes of tomorrow, or heroes of today?
So we have two scenes going on. We have one down kind of close to Anita Fajita's Hunger Wagon. And in that group, we have most of our players there with their own banter. And then we also have Lobo the Fox with his own story going on inside the bar.
With a bottle of wine.
Yeah, with a bottle of wine. It's a fantastic Pinot 2020 sitting on the table. So Piper looks a little uncomfortable with Night Eyes. You know, you can tell that she had to pull some strings to kind of get her out, you know, and it's kind of using like kind of a little bit of luring with her past relationship with Night Eyes, you know, to get her out for this conniving plan that you guys talked about last time you guys were together. And yeah, Night Eyes is looking around, and what's really interesting about Night Eyes is you kind of understand where she gets that nickname, because you actually look at her eyes. Her eyes look like they're pitch black with almost like a little mirror where her pupils are, like in the back of her eyes. So it has this sort of like kind of shine, this sort of like kind of almost reflective look, you know, when you look at her. It's almost looking like a mirror in the dark.
You're lost in those eyes.
Yeah, it could be an owl.
Yeah, very cool. And she looks around the bar, you know, and she sees the different types of people like that have left, you know. You see the Chidina walks past her, and she's like, weird. And then the female goblin walks past, and she's like, weird. And then she sees the dwarves walking out. One of them smelling like piss, and she's like, weird, weird. Then she looks over at Piper, and Piper just like shrugs and takes another bite out of her grilled cheese sandwich.
I eye the dwarves as they walk by, just kind of stare the dwarves down as they walk.
Piper, she she starts walking over to the balcony, you know, and Ciro's also walking over to the balcony. Now, it's up to you to whose eye contact are you going to be making first as to who you want to be.
I'm looking at Night Eyes.
You're looking at Night Eyes. All right, so.
Really? The GM's offering you a binary choice and you're not trying to attempt to force a third option?
Oh, she's Gimbal.
Lobo crashes through the window.
They're both Grimble. You have Night Eyes and Piper, right? And then you have Ciro.
Oh, right, Ciro.
Okay, so yeah, you kind of make a motion, and then you see Piper like kind of trots over, like, oh hi, hi. This is my friend Night Eyes, you know. And then like Night Eyes looks at her and is like, is that really like all? Like she's like taken aback by the fact that she's calling her friend right now. So I thought we were. And then she's like, so this is my friend Lobo the fox. And then she narrows her eyes at Piper, and then she looks over at you. She was like, hello, Lobo.
So, Night Eyes, what do you do? She's a money changer, aren't you?
As soon as you say that, you know, she gives a very flat look to Piper,
Yeah.
and then she looks over at you, and she's like, Piper, like, are we done here? You know, like, what the fuck is going on? And you see, like, Piper's like, no. Hold on. No, the reason why I brought you here is, like, he has amazing wine, you know? And, like, remember when we used to, like, drink wine on the rooftops and you were telling me all about these select vintages and everything else, and I didn't know what the fuck you were talking about? And you see, Night Eyes is like, first of all, I never drink Merlot. And then she's like, no, it's not Merlot. Like, no, trust me, like, you gotta, I mean, like, and then she points at the Pinot on the table, you know, and then she's like, oh,
Yes.
hi.
Yes, I have other vintages. In fact, I have a great Cabernet I'd like you to try.
Cab. And then you see, like, Sally's like, oh, yeah, my cue. And he, like, trots off to the, like, fucking bar.
This is my chance.
And then he just like weaves past Ciro, you know, and then Ciro's like, and then like weaves. Sorry, boss is busy right now. Give me a second. And he comes right back,
That's
and he brings
Sally.
over this, and he brings over the cab,
Right.
That's Sally.
and then it's like, you want me to? Yeah, mom. Okay, yeah, I got the thing. You with that curly piece of metal.
Oh, yeah.
He spins it up and it pops out the cork, you know, and he just like, he has no decadence in how he pours these glasses. He just fills it like right up to the top. Piper goes like, you know, and then you see Night Eyes looks. She literally stops Sally's hand from pouring her glass, and she says, right to there, right at the halfway mark of the glass, so I get the maximum oxygen to help bring the full body taste of the wine.
Yeah, I suggest, Night Eyes, that you give it about 2-3 minutes to open up.
She arches her brow, and then she looks over at Piper. She's like, I like this guy. And then you see, like, and then Piper, like, kind of does the nervous smile, like, yeah. And she grabs her, like, overly full thing, and she tries to sip off the top, and she's like, it's good.
Yum!
Delicious!
Yum! This is happening concurrently to the situation in the street,
Yes.
right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Should we do a flash to the other scene?
Sure.
We got Mr. Venger trying to communicate to a Chidian and a very well-guarded nervous goblin.
That's right. I think when we left off, I was just introducing myself to the wonderful goblin. I bowed, said my name was Venger, and what was your name again?
I am Doink, or as they call me, Doink, the affordable.
You were affordable. I like that. Keep it that way. In fact,
Glitter.
I
Just glitter.
can tell you,
Okay.
if you do your next show just as good as this one,
Yeah.
I will pay you at least 3 more gold.
At least as much as I paid you this time.
That's right. And don't you forget it.
I'm just great.
You know, you remind me of this musician a friend told me about once. What was his name? Very famous in the big cities.
No, it's completely original. No inspirations or tutelage or long years of mentorship. Nothing like no.
John Dews.
Yep.
Oh.
Yep. Nope. Yep.
Donovan
Stop there.
Dews.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, you've heard of him? Yeah. Yes.
I've heard his name. I know not much other than that. Perhaps you can teach me.
What do you play?
I just withdrew inside for a moment and have kind of lost the current scene. Just
And I chime in. I say, So what is our plan, affordable green little human? Yeah, what are we doing? You perform more, I can help you. I play my hardy-gardy as well.
herself.
You play an instrument as well.
I do.
Perhaps next time you may be able to join them.
I am very good.
Would you join them for her next performance?
Of course. I can multitask, protect, and play.
Fantastic. Same price. Sounds good.
So I make no money.
Well done.
I'm making the plan.
I like you even more already.
We are forming a band. It's good.
We are?
We are.
My
now.
part of
We
the
are.
band will be I hang in the back and arrange it.
And he's also the bodyguard.
She is arranged to protect you.
Yes, that's what should be established by my presence.
Well, it's nice to be alert of these things. No one told me about these. I mean, since I've gotten to the town, I mean, they expected me, and there was so many surprises.
Have you not played at such a nice venue
Actually,
before?
it reminds me there's something I need to do. Just excuse me. I'm going to walk around the bench for just a minute, and I'm just going to throw a little small handful of coinage on the counter of the food shack.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you come around to Anita Fajita's hunger wagon, right?
Yeah.
And you see like this like 10-year-old girl is sitting there and she's flipping stuff. She's like, order up! You know, and she hands off another thing to like some half-elf that walks by, and then she looks and she sees you. Oh, hey, fancy seeing you around here.
I pretend.
Hey, short stuff.
I pretend not to hear her walk by and just throw money on the counter and walk away.
Yeah, she just like looks at the like gold and she's like, so who wants the eggs? And she slides it like right in.
Just right into
Yeah, right into the wagon.
Right into
She's like,
apron, yeah, okay.
like coinage sunk
Yeah,
inside
okay.
the hunger wagon.
Okay.
May I retrieve one egg, please?
Perhaps it's not the hunger wagon after food. Perhaps it's hungry for money.
Anita Fajitas says like, okay, how do you want it?
Just raw and better. It's fine.
I would like egg, please.
I'm just going to suck on it. What is this?
Suck on my egg.
Freaking,
Yeah, she's
Strange, silly little people.
Little.
You don't suck on your eggs. That's what you call them.
Oh, yeah.
Are you in character right now? Where's
I'm
all this coming
pretending.
from?
I'm pretending.
Okay, because
Meta
I mean this
role
could get very confusing for anyone who's listening.
I'm
They're hearing like
pretending.
another voice.
Ladies
Yeah.
and
Okay.
gentlemen, I am parodying.
Okay. So, so you see Anita Fajitas like, okay, you know, and she's like, she looks
hand
around,
out.
she's like, you like, is there? Oh, okay.
Give me the egg.
Okay, here's the egg. She puts the egg right in your hand.
Give me.
Just swallow it whole.
that'll be $4, baby. You want
Unhinge my jaw like a
acquired.
snake.
Yeah,
Okay.
Or you like inhale it.
like sucks each one of your fingers on all of your hands, just in turn, just delightful.
Protein.
Compliments to the chef.
This is adequate. I appreciate.
I will also throw
You are
a
useful
gold on the
to
table
your-
and just say, whatever your today's special is, please.
Oh, and then you see she like goes to the back and she starts she turns on one of the little pyro burners, you know, from this
cool.
little cool. So like what's awesome about her hunger wagon is it is a magical wagon that her parents found and stuff, and one of them was a very 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 good enchanter, you know, and so these burners, you know, she just runs her finger around the edge and then it just ignites. And then she just throws a pot. She throws a pot of stew on there, and she's waiting for it to boil up and everything. And she's got all kinds of stuff, like all kinds of wonderful things. And she's like, "Okay, so like one special. Do you want anything else? Do you want a side?"
I'm quite all right, thank you.
No escargot.
You have snails?
Yeah, and she's like,
They're not to my palate.
I love snails.
she's cooking away as you guys are talking.
I conveniently don't pay. I just don't think about it. So.
Okay, well, she seems like I think that the fact that you asked for an egg kind of caught her completely off guard. She isn't even thinking about that when she just got dropped off a fuck ton of cash from the goblin, and she sees that you're with her, so she's like, okay, yeah, I can do an egg. Let's go cutscene straight back to Lobo. All right, so. Yeah, so you guys have been talking. As 3 minutes have gone by. She takes a whiff of the wonderful bouquet, and she takes a sip. You see that she definitely has the knowledge of how to drink wine. You know, she takes it up to her nose, she smells it, she takes it in, she looks at the legs as she rolls it around in her glass. She lets it oxygenate. She takes her sip. She lets it sit on the front of her palate. Then she inhales a little bit to take in some air as she rolls it down the back of her palate and then back to the front before she swishes it between both cheeks and swallows. And she's like, very good.
What a finish.
I definitely can't be drinking wine when you describe that. I'm like, this is beginning to affect what I'm doing. I'm putting this down.
She gives us a solid nod. She pushes up her lower lip, you know, and it's just kind of like there's something almost unnerving about her eyes as she like glances down at her glass and she glances at you. And like to her, it's all casual, but like you first time seeing these eyes is just like, huh. Yeah, night eyes.
Night eyes.
You see Piper, you know, she's like, oh, it's quite decadent, you know, and she kind of pats her on the shoulder like, you know, you'll learn someday, kid, kind of thing, you know.
She's not being reserved about her feelings.
And
anyway.
you see, like, Piper just takes another slow bite of her grilled cheese sandwich. Okay. You know, and then it comes back to Sally, and Sally's like looking at all three of you guys drinking and stuff, and he's got his guard up as usual, you know, but then he's like, after she takes a sip, he's like ready to replace the sip in her glass, and she's like, no. He's like, okay. He's like nodding, he's like ready at the table.
Yeah.
You know, and
Sally's going, I would like, is it possible? Maybe?
Sally's like looking at it, and he's like licking his lips. He's like, boss, I would like a glass of your grape juice. Your wonderful. I just really appreciate the grapiness of that.
Your grape
he's like trying
feel funny.
Trying to find the words.
Yeah, he's like he like smiles with his yellow teeth and
Your
shit.
grape juice makes me feel
You know,
funny.
he's like, so how about it, boss?
I think we
I
could,
like to think that grapiness is pinnacle of his
Give him a
vocabulary
challenge
there.
cup.
That's a novel ready, right? Stop right there.
he takes the glass from Piper. I take the glass from Piper. And
Okay.
hand it to Sally. I said,
Yeah.
take a little sip of this.
It's like you see when you say a little sip, you can tell he was just about to like gulp this shit down, and then he goes like this, is like, and he takes like this little sip.
I'm going like this.
You can like you can hear the air sucking, you know, as you go. And then he's like, oh yeah, that's the right stuff, boss. Yeah, I really I taste all the things she was saying. And you know he's like nodding his head. He's like, yeah. And he's feeling like a real fucking
One of the gang.
yeah.
All sophisticated
And,
like.
So you see Night Eyes. You know she looks across the table at you, and she's just like, so I mean I'm here with a night out with my gal here, and she really wanted us to meet, but from our original introduction, I have a feeling that this might have had something a little bit more to do than this vintage.
Something we could talk about in the future. I think we're here to enjoy the wine. That's what we're here. Patience.
You see, she like noticeably relaxes a bit. You know, why don't you make a persuasion check? Let's see how much she relaxes
I'll
here,
give you.
or if she actually tenses up.
Who is my lucky one?
Oh,
not too
okay.
persuasive.
Now where's your sheet? Yeah.
this
What's
it?
your modifier now?
Where's your sheet?
What do I look for?
So persuasion,
my
plus 3.
Persuaded.
The strangest
Okay, so
manticore
you got
I've ever
7,
seen, like scorpion
right?
tail.
7. Yeah. So she's
Yeah,
looking.
okay.
She's actually not that relaxed. You know, it looks like she tried to relax, but she's sensing some ulterior shit going on. You know,
shit.
and she noticed that like Piper's like a little bit more tense than usual. You know, and
She knows also that Brimble and us are having a quiet little bit of a war.
Cold War.
well, yeah. So she's
know.
she's look at you, you know, and she's like, well, I mean, as long as tonight's just about the wine, you know, and then what she does, like the audacity of this, is that she grabs the bottle and she just simply like walks off, it swirling her glass, you know. And Piper's like, wait, don't you wanna? And she's like, and you see Night Eyes is like, we're not doing this here, you know. And you see Piper's like, oh geez, wait, and then you see she's already like finding her way out of the establishment, you know. And then as she finds her way out of the establishment, she looks up at the balcony, and as she leaves the establishment, since you guys are on the second floor, and she's on her way down the street, hearing crickets, hearing people and everything, and she looks up one last time, you know, and she sees the disappointment of Piper, you know, but then she looks at you. What do you look like?
I'm smiling.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm smiling and I'm nodding my head at her.
Okay.
Yeah.
She does a cheers with the bottle as she takes a sip from her glass. She's taking the glass.
Yes. And the bottle.
Yep, and the bottle. Yeah, so.
There's a hell of a bottle of
Guido.
cab too. I hated giving that bottle up.
Hey, Guido.
What's up?
Just in the interim, as we're lounging around the square, he's eating, I'm digesting my egg. I just
I'm just taking small spoonfuls.
Yeah.
I just take the time to be like, look, I will show you some of my skills a little bit, and I take out my hurdy-gurdy and just start to play a song of my people.
Okay.
The
Here we
song
go.
of my people.
Here we go.
Oh my.
22.
Oh shit!
Wow.
So you like literally like upstage the person who was playing earlier, you know? Like you just like you bust out this hurdy-gurdy, you know?
song.
Yeah.
It's something I wrote the other day.
Yeah, and you see this like beetle person awkwardly pulls out this very intricate instrument. And describe what the instrument looks like.
Like a hurdy-gurdy itself is a big kind of like wooden basin, and then it's like organ keys basically, and
has a crank.
hand crank that, and it makes a kind of sound as it goes. But mine itself is stylized to look like a beetle, kind of in the form of my queen. So the underneath is a beetle shell. You turn it upside down, and it almost looks like a beetle that way.
The keys look like legs.
Like little legs. Indeed.
Vendor will like throw his hands open and go, my God!
Yeah, I have an
Look at
accordion.
you! I am fully prepared. If you play with her, I will fully prepared to offer you an additional 3 gold.
I mean, I don't find this weird at all. I clearly
You are
have an
impeccable.
accordion
Thank you.
that resembles the
Oh, no,
president
on
of the United
stage,
States.
later.
So.
Oh, not right now. Okay.
Later, when you play on stage, absolutely.
I will play.
It would be my pleasure.
Yeah, so
The sounds of your people are excellent.
I'm going
Now
to
the sounds of your people.
so yeah, so like describe what your performance sounds like.
So it's I just wrote it about how we buried my queen the other week, and
This is like sad and
it's a little,
tragic.
and it details how we got lambasted by some orcs, and how I lost all my brothers, brother Chidians, and it involves Tashan and Kovich, who came into town with me, and how we need to find our new purpose, our new queen. And at the end, it makes hints that the Queen Moon is in there as well.
Oh, cool.
So a chart-topping electro-pop hit.
So while it's really sad, Vendor has like no understanding of music, so he's just like,
That's the
whoa! Yeah.
I think your partner might have had a comment about after he.
Quite
after
possibly.
she.
comment. No, not quite a comment, but definitely a response. Only just that is
Roll a save not to
That,
cry.
well, no, well, that's the very thing that I think in some way, like technically, knowing she is more musically educated and in some ways artistically mindful than anyone else present. And correct me if I'm wrong.
You're correct.
Yeah, that's what I thought. It's just like this guy has no idea the beauty that he just laid down.
I just don't think much of it.
Okay, and you know what I think
Hurdy-gurdy.
also happens though? This guy's up on the balcony. Lobo the Fox is up on the balcony. He just watched this wonderful bottle of cab walk away, you know? And then he hears the most sad fucking song playing on the street, you know? Why don't you go ahead and roll a wisdom save real quick?
So roll this again. Yeah.
Roll the...
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
18.
Savage points.
You suck in those tears.
Lobo the Fox doesn't feel things like that. That's not a profitable emotion.
Yeah, but knowingly, like Sally puts his hand on your shoulder and pats you slowly.
And
You know?
I walk away from Sally. I walk away from everybody, so they can't see me cry.
Okay, so you're on this side of the deck.
Yeah.
Just like bawling against a post.
He just goes up to the bus.
God, I miss that cab.
Yeah, and then that's when you see Mr. Zero starts walking up behind you. This red tiefling finds his way up to you.
It's a sword. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, and of course Sally's watching your back and stuff, and Piper runs off to go chase after Night Eyes.
And her cab.
Yep. Zero is like waiting for that sob fest to end, before he finally approaches you, and he's like, "It has been a long time since I've seen you. So have you had any news on my brother?"
I should have news by tomorrow morning. I think I know where he is.
You see his eyes light up and stuff. He's like, "No, you must tell me."
I'll tell you tomorrow morning. You must be patient. I'm waiting for news myself.
It's like, do you think, was it the changeling?
He is involved, but I can't give you any details now.
And he's and he just gets really wide-eyed. He's looking around and he's just trying to do the math of who could potentially be a changeling around him. He's very paranoid right now. Yeah, and he's just
Guess he'll never
he's like,
know.
okay, he's trying to play it very cool right now. He's like, okay.
Does the Egon
Okay.
Spengler poke.
And then he's like, well, I have a lot to think about. Perhaps he's like, but you have to tell me something. Where did you find out what was going on? He's looking at this. Why don't you give a deception roll?
Yeah, baby.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hold
on.
He's got 14, Guido.
He looks at you, and he's thinking about it, and then you see for a moment he narrows his eyes at you, and he's like, "You're fucking with me," and
What did you say? What did you say?
he says, "You are fucking with me,"
I guess you don't want to see your brother.
and then he's like, "So you must know where he is."
I told you I will let you know tomorrow, but you pushed my patience.
And then he's like, "Do you know who I work for, right?"
I know who you work for, and it doesn't matter to me.
And what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll opposing intimidation checks here.
Oh my god. John, the ruthless businessman.
Okay.
Oh, shit. You should
He
really
rolled pretty good.
I got 9.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh, baby.
Well, plus what?
9 total.
Okay. Yeah, no.
Oh,
okay.
shit.
Yeah, so he's like,
He doesn't give a damn.
he looks at you and he's like, "You're just a fawn in the woods, boy." And he looks at you and he's like, "And you're scrap meat behind me." And he looks over at poor Sally. Let's have Sally roll a wisdom check, see if he doesn't piss himself when he fucking he pisses himself.
Are they good?
He just turns around and he's just he gets right up in his space, and you see Sally backs off a little,
Goes back to his grape juice.
kind of caught off guard, And then you see Zero, he smiles this really wicked grin that you didn't really know he could, a tiefling, this guy, he's got pointed fucking teeth as he smiles and he gets right up in there. Yeah. No, some of it's natural when it comes to fucking tieflings, and red skin, horns, it's fucking Satan, And and he has his hand casually on his hip next to his scimitar. And what is interesting though is that the belt that his scimitar hangs from has this beautiful jewel on it, right? The jewel looks like it's on fire, And it just kind of like creates some dancing lights from his belt, you know. And then he finally turns his attention back to you, takes his hand off of his hip, you know, and he's like, I came to you looking for my brother. You want to tease me or do you want to help me?
I will help you tomorrow.
And Guido, are they being loud?
They're being kind of like, I mean, think about this tone of voice on a balcony.
I was gonna
and
see
people talking.
And I'm not there. I was just seeing if perception.
But if you want, fucking roll perception. If you roll a crit, I'll give it to you.
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
BJ, you get in on that, or are you doing
Yeah.
something?
Not a crit though,
It's not a
right?
crit. I got 19.
My main thing is that I know Lobo's there, and I just left a party that I've invested a lot of money into, so I've constantly been kind
Keeping
of
an
like.
eye, probably. It
mindful
makes
of it.
sense.
Yeah, well, I only followed him because I was just.
I wouldn't be keeping an eye, but I think
so.
he-
Like, I definitely have been keeping an eye. So, like, if there's a new person on the stage, I'm naturally going to be curious.
Yeah, well, you're still outside, so that will
Absolutely.
be when we snap back to your scene. You can come back up.
No, absolutely. I was saying I was considering. Would I have any knowledge of who this individual
No
is?
metagame here, but yeah, I hear what you're saying. So
I'm
and
not
that makes sense.
metagaming it. I'm just asking you, like, due to my in-character interactions, am I going to know who this person is?
You need.
You would
perception.
not know who this particular person is.
Oh, okay.
But
That's all I need to
you know you would know who Lobo is.
Well, of course. I'm just asking for that. Yeah, that's all.
Yeah, you work.
Yeah.
Then it doesn't make a difference.
Yeah, so you know, like he gives it some thought, and then you know what he does is he gives Sally the side eye, and he sees Sally goes, "Ugh!" and then he looks back over at you, and then he rubs his thumb over the jewel. You know, you see it looks like the fire's kind of died down, you know, and then he spits on the deck and he says, "Tomorrow." And on his way out, you know, he drops a coin and he's like, "That's for your wine." Right. How are them apples? Yeah.
I tell Sally we will deal with him tomorrow.
Okay. Sally kind of gives you like a nod. He's like, "Yeah,
And Sally-
all right, boss. All right, boss. Yeah,
Sally-
we'll call in the big guns, huh?"
And Sally, no more wine tomorrow. You look very weak today.
And he's like, "Oh, it's just the illustriousness of the grapiness of the," you know, he's like, he trails off. He's like, yeah, okay, boss.
Enough, Sally.
And then you see this oiled mustache guy comes over and he saunters outside and he lights up a cigarette, you know, as he's smoking, and he's just like, "Oh, Lobo, how you doing? Any situations?" And he like, as he looks off into the distance, "Find that evil changeling."
And Lobo knows who this is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the changeling, right? Yeah. Yes, I believe I know the changeling.
He's like, "Ah, yes, well, very good, Lobo. So, what is your plan for tomorrow?"
Tomorrow you will help me, Sivel. Find Sivel, brother.
This is not so much of a problem as you think. What should I do? Should I extract some memories from the last 24 hours? Or should we, like, I don't know, maybe we meet him in an alley and I make him think he is a little 12-year-old girl and that is a princess? I don't know.
Hey, Guido,
Something.
is this one of his cohorts, I'm guessing?
You're going to find out.
I'll find out. Yeah,
know
that's
this
meta. That's meta. So.
Yeah, and you know, and he's twizzling his mustache as he's looking at it. He takes another smoke from the cigarette, you know, and then he does the kind of side hand over here, so like you know, and then he totally makes his face look exactly like the super shock Sally face for a second. He's like, "It was priceless."
Oh my God.
Some people just do not have the, shall we say, je ne sais quoi.
I will need your help tomorrow. You will find me the brother.
The brother, I honestly do not know.
You will find the brother.
Well, I would have to talk to Lady Messiah Moon if she wants me to keep tabs on the entire fucking mining town, you know? So, I mean, I'm her spy master.
You will find me the brother.
I do not work for you.
You can.
She's taking a nice chunk of profit from you. Maybe I do a little side work, yeah?
See, yes.
Okay, well, we shall see what we see. So at what time do you want to be meeting?
Let's meet at 8 o'clock in the morning. We'll meet with Sybil.
Okay, you want to meet with Ciro.
Ciro, oh God.
It's CIRO?
C-E, it's actually C-E-R-O, but
Sarah.
or C-I, it doesn't matter as long as you're saying Ciro.
Ciro. Ciro.
Well, this is before the conventionalization of spellings.
Yeah, excuse me.
I don't really care.
I don't even know if I know how my own name is spelled.
Yeah, I'm not
Character.
positive I'm literate.
Doesn't matter as long as you can say it.
Yeah.
Let's get over to these activities, and then we'll see what your characters do to call it a night, and then we start with the next morning.
I'm curious about one thing. As I finish my almost dirge of a song, is there any like reaction in the square?
Oh my, yeah. So we cut back to the saddest fucking song in the
all
world,
the parties,
right?
all the lively conversations stopped.
Yeah, pretty much.
You changed the mood.
Yeah, you see a couple sad tears going from the most racist dwarves you've ever seen into the beard, and then it just
like it
hits
when the
just
dwarves
right with
cry.
the moonlight. From the double moon that's up in the sky tonight, you just see the glisten on their beards from their
I
tears.
say, so this is what it sounds like when dwarves cry.
I like it.
You see one dwarf is like, "Oh, I'm not crying," and then he goes over to his brother, "I'm not crying either."
Stop it.
Oh yeah. Looks to his friend and is like, "You're a pansy." He's like, "No, you're a pansy."
Fight breaks in.
Let's go home.
God.
So I basically, other than that, I just go back to Doink and I'm like, so again, little green, affordable human, what is our plan tonight?
Every time, just like considers correcting you, doesn't correct you. Anyway, but yeah, well, my plan was to find a nice patch of ground and sleep. And,
For your performance, I could find you some quarters for the night, if that is to your interest.
If I can
this
sleep
aside,
there,
by the way, this is happening after I circled the truck again. The basically Anita Fajitas here. Like I'm staying out of sight line of anyone working there. But I didn't know anyone was following me until I got back around the other side and saw that you guys had moved over there. And I come back and you're setting up this hurdy-gurdy, and I'm like, anyway, I'm like, what? Huh? And so I'm kind of standing off to the side. I'm just saying, yes. I mean, anyone will do, but yes.
Do you think it would be possible to get her some kind of lodging that the
She
company
already
would pay
has
for?
lodging.
Oh,
She
crap.
just
I'll basically say, oh, by the way, I'm just gonna pretend like I already got it for her and that she didn't know. Here's your room key.
Well, thank you very much. And is there a door?
And don't forget, I arranged that for you.
Now what's really interesting is that the room key is actually like a origami paper looking key.
I did not make the key.
Yeah, no, okay.
That was from my boss.
I look around for like a building made of paper, just following
It's this
logic.
building. I'm going to point basically right behind us and say, you'll head up that building. That's where I'm staying as well. You have any concerns, come to the very top floor, knock on my door.
And
On the second floor.
I'm on the second. Wait, I started on the third floor though.
But she's on the second.
No, I know. I'm saying if you have any questions, come find me on the third floor. I'm one floor above you. You will be on the second floor. Try being assaulted. It's on the building.
oh my God, kill it!
okay,
Those
so
of you who do not see what's going on, there was a bug on a building. Okay.
There's another one.
yes.
It's just a passing by. He fucking killed
I
it.
didn't.
He killed the bug, ladies and
Hopefully it
gentlemen.
wasn't a bee.
Didn't.
It's
Right here.
he didn't kill it.
Crawl into your brain.
He displaced it.
Doink is a little still unsure because this appears to be just some art piece. This
It is a key, believe it or not, as much as it may seem like it's not.
okay
metal?
because this
Second floor. That building right over there.
looks like a. Okay.
Absolutely.
All right.
Okay.
Is there anything else I can do for you? Great. Sounds good.
Mr. or Mrs. Chidian. So, where?
I'm not married.
Yeah, I
Mrs. Chidian was my father. anyway, call me.
That's his name. I mean,
You knew him?
So, Messiah Moon did also give you a room at the building. You know,
like next to hers.
yeah, you're just downstairs. But you know, like there are natural things that Chidians do. You know, like sometimes what they like to do is they actually literally dig a spot in the ground, and then they bury their all their extremities under the ground, and then it's just their shell. Yeah, their back is showing in the ground, like a big old speed bump.
So I probably would, once I do hit the hay, I'd probably just rip up all the blankets off the bed, make it into a little nest, and then do that.
That's great. Like a dog.
Just there's like hay or feathers or
Do a
whatever.
couple circles.
Yeah, circles around it. All right, cool. So,
But
You're running in your sleep.
I also say to Doink, I'm like,
I thought she was over there.
when is my shift ending?
I need to check in with the GM for a moment.
what's up?
What is Doink's understanding of what's happening
My
here?
job.
Who is this?
I did tell you they're your bodyguard.
You did, but maybe you know. When is my shift ending? Do you know?
I don't know. People talk so
Let
fast.
me
in
think
this
about
town.
that.
Anyway.
Are you playing music? You're done.
Oh, marvelous.
Okay.
As
If they are playing music and making us money, protect them.
When-
If they are not,
I think you're.
I wish I'd known
doing
that
what you're
earlier. but
excused for the
okay.
night.
Well, and I promptly go into the bar and
yeah, when
Okay.
when
Job done.
when you were working for your queen, did you ever ask when you stopped working?
that's fair. Maybe.
Yeah, right.
this is growth.
I don't know human terms,
Purpose,
but
yeah.
I heard something about shifts.
When
so
is
that's
shift
what I-
change?
Probably why he hasn't asked me since we left.
Oh my god.
He's like, I'll do this indefinitely, right? I'm like, no, you don't.
That is surprising.
Yeah,
But
you go.
it means
whenever.
I can get fucked up. Let's go. You want a drink?
Yes, I do. I like your style. Let's
All right,
go.
cool. So is that what you guys do the rest of the night?
Yes.
All right, cool. So
Yeah, fucking wasted.
eventually, you guys drink, have a wonderful time with Lexi serving you guys amazing
yeah.
drinks.
She's really good
I
at
love
it.
that you're a man of money until the day's over.
Yeah.
Yeah, he gets very when he gets drunk, he gets very crude.
Yeah, good. I love it.
The hair gets a little frayed. The
I was
jacket
worried.
comes off.
I was worried for a little bit, but I think I'm starting to like you, my friend. My brother.
It's all about appearances, my friend. You must understand.
I don't understand that. I've always
I can understand that. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
And,
cheers.
We're having fun. Cheers. 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 Cheers.
Okay. Cheers. So, question about the night. You were saying 8 in the morning or 8 in the afternoon? Morning.